Hey, welcome. All my right thinkers, thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. Where I do what I do for you. I'm back in the book, and we about to learn about the parts of the spirit. I gave this lesson a while ago, but I'm gonna run through it again because I think it's appropriate for my new right thinkers to get a concept of what we talk about out of this book. So let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my story. For life, I give life lessons. You tuning in to receive them, I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See, when we're going with this, let's get it together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do for you, but it's rhetorical. And if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to be true. Right thinkers, we in chapter 8. We just rolling. And I'm cherry picking. I'm not just going through lame. No, I'm cherry picking the good stuff. I think this is a good lesson, so I take it to give you this today. The part P. Funk's philosophy on the parts of the spirit is 9. Okay. And this is the circle of the spirit. And each one of these is parts of the spirit. I'm going to break it down for you from 1 to 9. See if you understand and comprehend. It's good information. Hope I can get it to you. You understand it. It starts out with the Egyptian mystical wisdom. Says, "Oh, people of the earth, human beings, men and women, born and made of the elements, but with the spirit of the divine." Again, I'm gonna be interjecting as I go, so be prepared for that too. Because I got new information that I can use now. I didn't have when I first did it, so I feel a little bit better by doing this. It says, "You're with divine spirit." We are divine spirit beings having a human experience. We are immortal spirit having a mortal experience to what? Gain consciousness of ourselves in the physical world so we can go back to what? The spiritual world for eternity. That's the concept. But we have divine spirit where? That's within us. You need to become conscious from in order to rise from your sleep of ignorance. That's why they say waking up, enlightenment. The lights is out, you're in the dark, you're ignorant, whatever analogy you want to use. But the idea is to what? Get conscious, know thyself, and be sober and thoughtful, and realize that your home, your place of residing, is not here on earth. This is the devil's domain. The physical world, the natural world, the material world is the devil's domain. We live in the spiritual realm. Moving on. Okay, so in not this earth, but in your light, God. When you deliver yourselves into darkness, having power to partake in immortality, and you choose mortality due to your ignorance. That's called reincarnating. Immortality, when no carnation, you go and stay. Reincarnation, mortality, they die and they reincarnate. Okay, why? You learn to know thyself by what? Repent and change your minds. Your heart and mind have to be on the same page. If you're confused or you're not on the same page, you're going to have problems. So depart from your dark, come into the light, and forsake the corruption what? Forever. Remember, God's punishments are forever. So if he punishes you forever, you think what he do? He bless you forever. Get the concept? All right. So that's what they're telling you. And it says, prepare to blend your souls with the eternal light. If that's not becoming one with God, I can't make it no simpler. They tell it, blend your soul, become one. Meditating is blending your soul with your higher self. That's what it said. Consciousness and spirit have to become one. That's God. The rays of God is a projection into what? From that sun, he projects onto millions of humans and even objects. In humans, the projection of your 9 main parts of your spirits. These are the parts of what we call the human spirit. You ready? This is how in tune they was. They had the whole body already figured out. Every aspect, every part of it, and every God that we got is an aspect of your character from your mind, from the brain. They had mastered that a long time ago. I figured that part out after 30 years. Sorry about that. But now watch this. Let's start with the Ba. Ba means spirit, soul. Okay? The Ba is your heart, soul. That thing that's here. That's what's weighed at Judgment Day. Okay? Why? Your Ba, your heart, soul, which dwells in the Ka. We'll get to that in 1 second. With the power of metamorphosis. Sometimes it's described as we know it to be the soul. Okay? Or your higher self. I prefer the higher self, okay, because that's what it really is. Why? Lower self, ego, your human self, higher self is the godly, spiritual, conscious self. So, yeah, it's the difference. And if it is seen as a spark from universal Ba, the one God, everything comes from the one. Again, our universal Ba is the God, but the one, the spirit that's in us is of God. And the Ba may be dialogued with and can be spiritual guide. Let your conscious be your guide. What? Your higher conscious, not your lower. Most of us let our lower conscious guide us. That's the ego mind. Oh, I love this. And to guide you to the development of all individuals. You have the ability, you have the potential to be the best you can be. All you have to do is figure it out. God gave you the ability to do that by giving you this mechanism called the brain, the highest, most technical machinery known to man. It don't come with instructions, just instructors. Because we got people who've mastered how to use this, and our ancients are trying to help you do just that. I'm doing my job. Okay. I learned. I got it. Where I got it from. But the equivalent of the Hindu god, Atman, it is the indescrutable, eternal, and immortal spark of life. Again, it's all the same thing. We call it something different, but it's still the same thing. Life, the spirit, the spark. And the spark is that pineal gland we got now. At one time, we was all light bills. I want to have that conversation, but I keep telling you that. But it is not affected by your spirit. Understand this. Inside you is not affected by anything that may happen to you. Your senses, your physical body, your mind, or your intellect, or even your higher mind. It just observes. It's just there. It ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, let you do whatever, but that's the spirit, that's the soul, that's your Ba. Now, through the mind, the Ba, your soul conscious, you got two. Pay attention. Your soul conscious, which is the spirit, projects and keeps together an aggregate of your physical elements. That's why they say the spirit goes to heaven. The body stays here on earth. Why? It's full of elements. It's going to go right back to nature. Earth, air, water, and fire. That's what the body's made up into a conglomerate that we call the physical body. Chemicals, elements, physical body. Yeah, it goes right to the earth. It would decompose. But when the soul has no more use for this physical body, or vice versa, the body needs the soul more than the soul needs. They need each other. Remember, one don't work without the other. But the body realizes without the soul, the spirit, the soul, when it gets done with the body run out and get old, with the disease or kill, whatever. The soul departs. It will discard the body and return to what? Universal spirit, universal spoke, universal Ba, God, only, this is the caveat, is only going back to universal body if it has been enlightened by the body that it was in. The guy, the body, or the female that was in, if it became conscious, it got enlightened, learned this lesson, implemented, became enlightened, became conscious. Oh, when the physical body ran out, the spirit, the body said, okay, see you, I'm going home. If the spirit, the body don't have your head on it, meaning you became conscious of your spirit. That's what that means. And at Judgment Day, they showed you Ani's spirit had Ani's head on it. That means Ani was going to pass the feather test of judgment. Why? He was conscious of who he was. That's why. And that's what the purpose of showing you that. Or it may seek what? Experience in what? In another body. Why? It can't go home. It don't know who it is. So all they can do is go get another body before it's born into the world and go along for the ride, hope it get enlightened. That's the spirit. And we call it the astral plane, where you deal with just the spirit and the mind, where it may exist, where in heaven, the spirit, the realm, we want to go back to call the realm of light. If it is not enlightened, it can't go to the light. It's going to go find another body. It will tune into another physical body element and make another body, aka that's called reincarnating. The spirit had to reincarnate in the physical body before birth. That's like the holding bin. Okay, spirit just hanging around, another birth, they go. Okay, and they give all kind of allegories and similarities, but yeah, it's like that. Number 2, that was just one. Oh Lord, I gotta speed this up. Okay. Number 2 part about the spirit. Now this is important. The abstract, again, personality, which is your ego, has a twin, subconscious desires and concepts of self. That's your etheric body. It's possessing the power of locomotion, and it survives what? After death of the physical body. What the hell is that? That's the car. That's the mirror image to the bar and the car. Okay? They go together. Again, like the yin and the yang, they got their concept. But it is what they call the ethereal body, the double. It containing what we know to be the other parts. And the concept of the ka was known in India, and the word was also known. The Indian god Brahma had a what? A ka, a spirit or soul twin. Excuse me. Number 2 is the ka. And even in India, it has what they call the double. The Indian god Brahma had what we call a ka, the twin, the soul twin. Okay, the shadow, so to speak. Number 3 part of your spirit, the Khat, Khat. Okay, the cat, whatever you want to call it. But it's a concrete personality, meaning your physical body. This is the Khat. They call it what they call a corpse of Khat. Same thing, the physical body. Okay, that's the spirit housed inside the body. The body is the Khat. The ab. This is the part that you need to really pay attention to. The ab we have, they call the conscience. And when we spell conscious, this conscious, being aware, thinking, and having ideas, understanding, that brain conscious is spelled CONSCIOUS. That's conscious. This conscious. When you have a proven philosophy or concept, you spell conscience. CONSCIENC, means it's been proven. So the conscious ab of man, hear me, is his own God. God dwells where? In the heart of man. God also dwells in the temple of man, which is the head. So you have the heart, mind coherence. When you become conscious of the God that dwells in you, in your heart, you speak from the heart, Makadu. You get conscious understanding, enlightenment from living, doing, waking up, become the Kundalini serpent, and your third eye is awakening. Now you know you. That's the goal for all human beings. So all that other stuff y'all throwing around, have at it. I'm just giving you the one that will get you where you want to go, to the afterlife, forever, eternity, immortality, whatever you want to call it. But the ab is the key, or the conscience is the source of what we call mishkenet, or better known as karma. Okay? She is what? The result of an action, cause and effect. Cause you do this, that's going to affect to make this happen. That's how it's worked. I read anything that's done has going to have a reaction, equal opposite to it. That's what karma represents. And she is the mother of what? Reincarnation. Because karma is going to be what you deserve if you don't get enlightened. If your heart ain't light as my young feather, karma says, go try it again. She's the one that me sees over that, okay? And the ab represents one's heart, okay? It's as a vessel, a vase that holds all your intentions, all your thoughts, everything that goes on up here. What does it say? As above, so below. So whatever you're thinking up here is already being transmitted to the heart. And they did the test. They sent two particles in different directions. And one went 15 miles that way, other one 15 miles that way. Okay. But whatever happened to this one, 15 miles away, happened simultaneously to the other one. So as above, so below. What's going on up here, going on down here, conceptually. Like in the world, microcosm, macrocosm, universe, microcosm, us. Same thing going on is in us. If you conceive and understand that, you get better understanding of yourself and know how your body works, how it's going, what's going on. Instead of having a bunch of questions, we taught this in school: science, physical science, taught all kinds of stuff that you teach about the body, even sex education. Moving on, but the heart is the birthplace. It is the symbol of the mind. I've been telling y'all for the longest, there's a mind in the heart. The heart mind is bigger than the mind in your head. Oh, how could that be? This was given to you. This is man. This is yours. This is God. Okay. The heart got a bunch of with the major information store, keeps everything. So your conscience, spelled SCON, SCIN, is your heart mind, and also it's the repository of your subconscious desires, which causes your mind to be in perpetual state of motion and change restlessness, constant aggravated about thinking about this, worrying about that, got all kinds of stuff in your mind. With daily meditation, you flush out the useless information, you wipe out the nonsense, and you can take in new information that God's going to download into you. When you, my pastor says he gets his information downloaded from God. I call my meditation, I get information downloaded from God. Same thing, but we look at it and call it something different. We get the same thing. Okay. We both are God-fearing. Okay. And these desires that comes from the mind can never be fulfilled because it's ego intent. The heart is the purity by experiences or from objects that's in the world of time and space. And at death, all the ignorant souls will harbor unfulfilled desires, that which will lead to what? Further incarnations. Why? They ain't happy until they come back here and do it again. They ain't trying to get to God, they trying to get back here again, obviously. But that's because they in what? They're in search of this fulfillment, and they think that the world will give it to them, the physical world, where it won't. Spiritual enlightenment gets internal, your mind and your heart working as one. I call it heart-mind coherence. But at this point, is described in chapter 30 on line 3 in the Egyptian book of coming forth. They were fully aware of these kind of people. Okay. And it says here, my heart, the mother of my coming into being. Okay. The ab undergoes an examination at death, at judgment day. By who? By Tahuti, your mind, this mind here, the conscious mind that records everything. One's own wisdom faculty. This is the right thinking concept. That's what thought represents, your thinking ability. And how much did you use that to coincide with Mayat's philosophy? And you are judged by one's own heart. Is will fashion, one's own heart will fashion mother, the deliverer, the giver. One's own fate come into being, and according to one's own will and one's own desires, be they egoistic or not, you start responsible for them, which are based on one's own understanding and wisdom about one's own true self. See where we're going with this? One own self. Everything is up to every individual. That's what the game is about. Everybody got a shot. Pyramid. Everybody starts out down here. There ain't a whole bunch of people up here. There's the reason why for that. Okay? But thus, with this new fashion in coordinates with what he or she has done during your previous life, you're going to be judged by your actions. Simple as that. And that's going to judge is going to be you, not some, no, you, your heart is the judge of what you've done and how you've done in your life. That's They knew that concept. That's what they called it, the judgment day for Maya. If the heart is heavy, they'll know. That's what they had. They don't give a damn much a title. Could care less how much. None of that means nothing. Let's just check the heart. I love that. So now number 5. That's number 4. And number 5, again, is the Kaibit. Kaibit. The Kaibit is what they call the shadow, and it's associated with the Ba, from which it receives its nourishment. Like the moon beams off the sun, the Kaibit beams off the Ba, nourishment for nourishment. And it has the power of locomotion and omnipresence. It's always going to be there. Okay? That's the God aspect. That's the spirit, and the spirit is always there. It ain't going nowhere. And number 6, you got the Ku, Khu. But now the Ku is your spirit soul, which is what? Immortal. That's the Haru in you. The Ku is your Haru. That's the part that you know won't die in your spirit. Okay? It is also associated with what? Your Ba. And it's an ethereal being, meaning it don't go nowhere. It's around for eternity also. Okay? It's the spirit part of the spirit. Again. Number 7, the Sahu. That's what they call the glory. I got a book of glorious meditation, the Sahu. That's, the glorious spiritual body. When it's enlightened, it seems to illuminate, it seems to glow with a light, in which your Ku and your Ba dwells in this area. When integrated, meaning put together, enlightened, you will shine. In your spiritual and your mental attributes, spirit, mental, become one. These attributes of your natural body are united. Again, that marriage, that sacred marriage, your heart and your mind, to what gave you new powers of your own nature, from your own self, just by becoming conscious and spiritual and consciously aware of you. Now you become what they call a Sahu. And Sahu is the goal of what? Of all right thinking aspirants. Why? It is the reason for human existence. For we come here to become Sahus. Why? To become godlike. Or do your thing. While what? Still alive, you got to achieve what? Enlightenment. Nihas before you die. Why? If you die ignorant, you coming back. They knew that. They was against that. And what it says here, God like while still alive. It says, see God in creation. We ain't doing that right now. We going to number 8. Second, Second. That's the serpent power. That's the force. Power, spiritual personification. She represents Ra, awesome power of what? Life, vitality in man and woman. It's the force. Luke, use the force. That's Sekhem, okay? And its dwelling place is in the heavens with the Kus, the Kas, okay? Sekhem also denotes the potency, the erectile power of force that's used when fashioning one's own glorious new body for resurrection. When you go into the next level, you get to fashion your own body to your life, because that's what they say. And that's what happens when you become enlightened. Know yourself. You get the level. Now, when you're going into that light for eternity, you get to make it any way you want. Last one, and this is important. The Ren recommends is your name. The Greeks knew the power of name changing. That's why Kemet is not called Kemet. It's called Egypt. Why? Somebody changed it. In the definition of Egypt in birth race, which, okay, that means we're black. Kim was telling you that when we said Commission. Kemet means black, charcoal. See? So your justification, and first of all, I wouldn't allow that. You don't call me by my name, we ain't talking. Why? I'm not. You can't call me who you are. I told you who my name was. If I got to call you by your name, why you gonna change mine? Moving on, I just got a little personal beef with that. Okay, let me wrap this up. I'm at the end right here. Okay, we had number 9. The name. The name is essentially an attribute to what? Personification of the human being. The name is sometimes found encircled by what they call a rope of light, called the cartouche. I have one. Okay, when I got arrested or for child support back in the day, this has been over 20 years, 30 years now. I had a cartouche around my neck, forgot to take it off. I ain't been back to get it. They can have it. Nope, I ain't going back to that building. And they call it the Green Monster. I ain't dealing with that damn place. They can keep the cartouche, but I have one with my name on it and tooth. Okay, but this is the importance of the name, in which is associated again with the shin, eternity. Your name should go on forever, and when it's put into the cartouche, that's what it means. And at the top part of the the symbol represents the woman, the womb. That's what the cartouche is. The name is written in that rope, like for sunlight, or what they call the life force that's harnessed into the form of a circle. God circle is this. The cartouche circle is more oblong, okay? So sideways or upside down, okay? But it's all from a circle. But it is the most impregnable structure to protect one's name against attack. Ancient times, Akhenaten, Queen Hatshepsut, certain people, they went and carved their name out. When the people are pissed off, they would go and they take the nose off, they carve the name out, but that was all getting back at the God from that physical perspective. But the name of the author is enclosed in the cartouche. And on the first page of this book, we showed you that. Okay? His name, I think he has it in cartouche form. That's what they're saying. Okay? My teacher, Muwata Ashby, that's what I do. And take it on in. They said something about the ab, the heart. Again, the heart is an excellent witness, or what we know as the oracle for what? Everyone. It don't pick and choose. Okay? It don't need, no, it's going to do what it do. Simple. And King Thutmose, I'm going to stop right here now. I can do this another lesson. I can take this up another lesson. Let me write this up with this concept. From the King Thutmose III, what he felt about the heart. The heart is a guide in all my affairs. I use my God conscience the same way, but it says the heart, my God is my affairs. The conscience, meaning spelled CONSCIN, the conscience, my conscience of heart of all humans is his or her God and judge. It don't get no better than that. The person who know you best has been with you the whole time. That's what you judge by. And all that, well, no, don't worry about it. Everything you did is stored. That's the concept. That's why you use the heart. You got to be talking, nope, none of that. Speak for yourself. And what? Your body and your parts will speak for you. Your heart will speak for you. Because the 42 negative confessions, you had to put them into perspective, and that's the judge that you got, the jury that you're going to have to appeal to. And anyone that you break, your heart will justify against you. That's the concept. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with some more about the heart. One of my favorite things to talk about. All right. In closing, right thing, because may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 months a day. So I've known none of my right thinkers who now understand the parts of the spirit passed away. I'll be right back.